Hello and welcome to another episode of Excel Learning Series with Syed. In this episode, we will explore how to do VLookup and return custom values even when the VLookup is succeeding. From our past learning, we have seen in case if the value is not found, VLookup returns an error message. And how do we handle that? We have seen that. But in case you want a custom value, even when it succeeds, how do we do it? Let's take a close look. To follow along with me, make sure you have a copy of this file downloaded using the link in the video description. Now let's begin by placing my cursor in cell B2. I will start typing in VLookup. I type in equal to VL and then I press tab as soon as I see that function. Complete the VLookup. What do I need to look for? I need to look for this value. Where do I look? I want it to look inside the data sheet. I go select from column 1 to column E. That is A to E. That's the fifth value I want. I type in comma, number 5, comma, I need accurate value, so I press 0, close the bracket and press enter. At this moment, VLookup is giving me an error message. If I just drag this down completely to look up for other values, I have few values found and 2 of them are not found. Now, I don't want this to be there. So, simple method, I place the entire VLookup. I select the entire VLookup from the function bar and press Ctrl X on the keyboard to cut it out and type in if error function and then place that in the first argument. That's a VLookup function. In the first argument, press comma, and then in the double quotes, I will say not found. Double quotes closed, close the bracket. Now this is how I handle the error message. If I just drag this down, you see we have 2 values which says not found. But in the place where I found the value, I don't want accounts and finance or the department name. I want it to say something custom. How do I do it? So for that, I will take this entire if error along with VLookup, cut it out by pressing Ctrl X on the keyboard and start typing in my if function. And inside if, as soon as I see that one, I press tab on the keyboard. In the first argument of if function, that is the logical test part, I will place VLookup by pressing Ctrl V on the keyboard. I place that entire function there and I say if this is equal to not found. That is the custom value that is getting returned in case the VLookup results in error message. So what I'm saying is in case if this is not found, that means it is an error value. So if that is an error, what should be returned if that passes? So it should simply say not found. And in case if it gets found, that means this test fails. So at that point of time, I should say found it. That's the custom value. You can place any custom value you want. Close the bracket and press enter. See that? It says found it. I just drag this upward to complete it on the top and then drag it downward. There we go. So we have a way to put the custom value in return by doing VLookups. What we are actually doing here is we are using a combination of 2 functions to perform VLookup inside that. That is if error to handle the error, and if it results in error, we are testing that result. That is, yes, if it is an error message, what to do. Using the if function, we are doing that logical test of judging the error handle. Then returning if yes, it is an error message, return the first part of the if. If it is not an error message, give me my custom text, found it, or anything you want. That's how you do it. I would want you to try that on the country column. I want you to try that in the do it sheet. Just give it a shot. Try different kind of variations with your data if you have some custom data. If you don't have data, you can download the entire database which is prepared for you to practice. The link for the database is in the description. Go ahead and download it and try practicing. Practice as much as you can. The more you practice, the more you will retain. See you soon in the next episode with more learning and more dimensions of Excel. Thank you and you have a lovely day. Until next time.